Hi, I'm Gregory Q. Jenkins, founder and CEO of Quentasia Studios. Wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about a concept that is near and dear to me, and that's this idea of having an independent financial pipeline. I just put out an article which kind of goes over real quickly, how most film and television projects are financed. There's usually a major studio behind them. Even the so-called independent movies, if you look at who distributes them, it's still one of the major studios. And there's nothing wrong with that route, and certainly it's a viable route. But I firmly believe that if we are going to move forward, if we're going to see lasting progress, and that's the key, lasting progress, then we have to develop our own independent financial pipeline to create product, to create product content for our communities. And we absolutely have the financial wherewithal to do it. The question is, do we have the will? I think the sooner that we do this and we change the strategy from trying to capitalize our content, let me use the correct word, trying to monetize our content on other people's platforms, rather than building our own platforms and monetizing there. I think when we make that switch, the better off we're going to be. Now, this isn't something theoretical. This isn't, pie in the skies. So I have projects right now ready to go. I've got one project. We are, we are ready to go. All but the financing is in place. And I want to get this project done this summer. Why now? I tell you, now is a good time because production, as unfortunately many of you know, has been on the downward side, if you will. It's, that we've seen a lot of reduction of activity, but things are starting to pick up. So what that means is, even though the project that I want to do is a short film, I want to shoot it in a controlled environment. And the best controlled environment is on a soundstage. Well, normally when things are hopping and things are great, it's very hard to get soundstage space. Now I can, I've found the place that I want to shoot this film. I know what I want to shoot. I'm negotiating. This will be a union project because the other thing that I want for our communities is, yes, can you make a film for like a ridiculously small amount of money? Yes. But I guarantee you, if that happens, people are getting severely underpaid. I want people to get paid. I don't want my lead actors, I don't want, the crew to be worried about, oh my God, I'm here on set all day, but I'm not sure when I get home, there's not going to be an eviction notice, on my apartment, or there's not going to be a foreclosure notice on my house because this really isn't paying enough. And, I'm worried about paying my bills. I want us to make great art and I want us to get paid while doing it. I cannot stress that enough. I see so many great actors out there, so many great creators, so many great crew people, you know, just striving to get an opportunity to get a chance to show what they can do. And even when they get those opportunities, it's not really a living wage that they get. That's why I believe even though I'm a studio executive, studio owner, I believe heavily in union membership. I want to be a union shop. I want to, because I want people to get paid. I want people to make a good living. And that is why I believe that we need an independent financial pipeline for our content. Crowdfunding is nice. That's great when you're getting started. Like to get that first part, absolutely do that crowdfunding. If you have the network, do it. Now, are there exceptions? Sure. Angel Studios, I think they're doing phenomenal stuff with crowdfunding and they're raising large sums of money. That's great. If you can do that, then that's viable. But it takes millions of dollars to make a movie. I'm sorry. I'm making a 22-minute short and it's still millions of dollars. So because I want people to get paid. That's the thing. I want people to get paid. I can't tell, it just makes my blood boil when I hear, oh no, when they do want to give people of color a chance, it's because they want cheap labor. Oh my God. Just incenses me that this is what's going on. But getting angry about things doesn't change anything. We're not helpless. We're not powerless. We have the power to change our own destiny. We have to stop waiting. One of the things that I've been saying a lot lately, and you're going to hear me say it till the day I die. Superman's not coming to save us. So stop waiting. If you want things to change, you have to change them. And that's what I'm trying to do. Now, here's what I need from you. I'm looking for Black CPAs. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm looking for CPAs of color. I'm looking for financial advisors of colors. I'm looking for small business owners of color, particularly small business owners that have significant tax liability. Why? Because I think one measure, one aspect of how we're going to finance our films might be appealing to you. Now, I need your help in spreading the call. If you know any people who are like that, and I'm not just talking, and that's why I had to correct myself, because I don't want people, if you're not Black, but you're a person of color, I don't say, oh, well, this ain't for us. No, I'm talking about all of us pulling together. Or if you're an ally of ours, I'm talking about pulling together. But it's definitely something that people of color are going to control. And if you're an ally and you're cool with that, then come right in. Your money spends just as well as everybody else. But understand what we're trying to do and understand why we're trying to do it the way we're trying to do it. We're tired of waiting. We're tired of the promises. We want to create lasting change. So now we all know, the problems abound. Anytime there's success, you know unwelcomed attention comes our way, and we got to be ready for that. But what I'm telling you is, if you want to see something different in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, then this is the path. I firmly believe that this is the path, and I hope that you will support our efforts to build this independent financial pipeline. And again, how do you do that? If you know any CPAs of color, if you know any small business owners of color, particularly ones that have significant revenue above $10 million, that's kind of the space that we're going to need to play in. This is not something that brand new companies or companies with very little cash flow can really, be helpful right now. So I have a particular need to gather these kind of individuals together. $4 trillion. That's the last number I'm going to hit you with today. $4 trillion. I didn't make up that number. That number comes from our government. That is the annual spending, the annual purchasing power of African Americans, Asian Americans, and Latino Americans combined in this country. Just one country. Now think about if we expand that to the diaspora all over the world of what we can do. We need to change our mindset. We have the ability to make a difference. Let's do that. No more whining, no more complaining. I'm not saying that complaining isn't warranted, but complaining is not going to change anything. You are not going to change the mind of the people who benefit from the system. That never happens in history. We have to do this for ourselves. So that's why I'm saying to you, help me build this independent financial pipeline. What's in it for you? Maybe there's a job in it for it. Maybe if not for you, maybe somebody that you know or loved one. At the very least, better content is in it for you. So I'm hoping that if you see this message, don't just pass it by, but please, if you can, please show your support and please help by passing it on to someone who might be interested. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy your day. I know there's a lot going on in the world today, but don't give up. don't lose hope. There is still hope in this world. Take care.